Hello friends, it is officially feeling like spring today. It is such beautiful weather and I think it calls for my first smoothie of 2022. Is this my first smoothie of 2022? I genuinely think it is. I don't think I've had a smoothie yet this year. I'm definitely like a warm weather smoothie drinker. I only have them on like sunny days and today it is glorious. So I'm gonna make a smoothie. I'm going to show you what I make and then I'm going to sit down and have a chat to you about where I'm currently at in terms of running. So first things first, let's make this smoothie. I'm excited. I've missed smoothies. We're going to start off with 2 frozen bananas and then I've got some frozen mango and frozen blueberries. It's all about the frozen fruit, guys. If you want that thick smoothie consistency, you've got to have frozen ingredients, right? It's not just enough to put in ice. The actual ingredients themselves need to be frozen. So, frozen blues and frozen mango, juicy mango. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get some protein. So for my protein today, I'm using the Hermosa Sculpt vegan protein in vanilla flavour. This is the protein that they use in the Barry's protein shakes, Barry's gym in London. And I love their protein shakes, so I got myself some of their protein. And it's very good. So I'm having a few scoops of this. I don't know how much, but a bit of it. We need some liquid. should I add some ice? Let's add a little bit. Just like 4 ice cubes for good measure, you know. And then I've got some Rude Health Oat Drink Original. I love this. This oat milk is my favourite for frothing at home to put in coffee. Like I love Oatly, but I do feel like this one froths better. So yeah, very good oat milk. And then let's blend it up. No? We turn the switch on? Yes, okay. Are we gonna... Alright, that is looking thick and creamy and fantastic. And it's tasting pretty banging. I feel like it's gonna take up more than 1 jar. So I might have 2 jars of smoothie. Oh. That texture though, I need to show you guys this. Can you see that? It's literally like ice cream. Maybe I should have it as a smoothie bowl. No, I want it in jars. I want to drink it. And here we go. Here are my 2 jars of smoothie goodness. And yes, I probably should share this because this is enough for 2 people. But you know what? I'm gonna have it all to myself and I'm not mad about it, okay? Let's go sit in the garden and have a little chatteroo about running. Is it too windy out here to film? Is it too windy? Is it too sunny? Is it too much? Should I film inside? Is that going to be safer? What do you think? The wind isn't too bad. Let's give it a go. Please excuse the sunglasses. Basically, the sun's literally coming at me from right behind you, and if I try and take them off, I'm like, I cannot see anything. So let's talk about running because I do get a lot of questions about it because I really got into running in 2020, but I feel like I need to give you like the full backstory. So pre-2020 I was somebody who openly said, I'm not a runner, I'm not built to run, I hate running, I don't run. I actively avoided running, I avoided anything to do with running. The most running I would do would be if I went to a gym class and they had like a treadmill section or something. But oh, hello wind. No, none of that. But yeah, I was actively anti-running, actively not into running and viewed myself as not being a runner. Then 2020 happened and there was COVID and there was all of that going on and lockdown, and the only reason that we could leave our house was to exercise when we were in the peak of lockdown. So that inspired me to start running because I figured we only had 1 hour outside and in 1 hour I could only go so far when I was walking, but if I ran I could go further and see more and vary the scenery that I was seeing every single day during lockdown, so I decided to start running. And it ended up becoming a huge part of my life in lockdown. I went from never running to running 3 or 4 times a week, running over 100 kilometers a month, and running a half marathon for fun. My pace got super fast. I was running 5k in like 22 minutes or something like that, which for me now is crazy because I definitely don't run 5k in 22 minutes anymore. When I look at that, I'm like, damn girl, you didn't even realise how fast you were. Like I was killing it, guys. I was killing it when it came to running. And then life got busy again. I did really keep up my running until September 2020. And that was when we moved to Surrey. We moved to Surrey on August 27th, 2020. And the scenery which I was running in completely changed. When we were in London, I was running on flat tarmac roads with occasional hills, but really not many. It was pretty much flat, which is why my pace was so blooming fast. And then when we moved to this house in Surrey, I started trail running because we don't really have a lot of places that I can run around here where I can run on flat roads. Basically, I just don't have that option where we live at the moment. I have to run on trails through woods which are very up and down and hilly. So I found it a real struggle to get into trail running. When I had been somebody who was absolutely loving running on tarmac and was thriving doing that sort of training, I found it to be a real struggle to adapt to trail running. And as a result, I kind of fell off the running bandwagon as soon as I moved to Surrey. I kept up running once a week, but my pace and my passion kind of went a little bit because it's hard for the ego, guys. It's hard for the ego when you go from running splits which are like 4 minutes 40, or I don't even know what they were back then, but they were pretty good splits, to then running 5.5 minute splits, or basically losing a minute on your pace. And that messes with your head and it messes with my ego, and I just found myself running less and less. So I kind of regret that. I wish I'd kept it up because it would have kept my fitness levels high, but here we are. My ego got in the way, let's be honest. So yeah, since then, late 2020 all the way through 2021, I kept up running once or twice a week, but I wasn't focusing on pace, I wasn't focusing on what I was doing, I had no specific running goals. 2020 for me was the year of running goals. I had lots of goals. I had mileage goals, speed goals, and doing the half marathon, etc. I had a lot of running goals. 2021 was the year where I just kind of gave up on goals with running. I just kind of ran for joy and for pleasure, and I kind of ran to maintain that sort of running fitness. But I have to say that I wasn't hugely passionate about running in 2021. I was just kind of doing it because it's a nice way to get outside. It's a nice way to exercise, I think, running, especially when the weather's nice. And then now, coming into 2022, where am I at with running? I'm actually at a place where I'm really enjoying it, and I really want to actively put more time and effort and energy into running because, well, number one, the weather right now is really glorious, and it just really motivates and inspires me to want to get outside and run. And there's nothing better than exercising outdoors when it's sunny. So running is like my favourite form of exercise when it's good weather, and I have to admit that I'm definitely a fair weather runner. I definitely run more in summer, I definitely run less in winter. I just find it so much easier to run in the warmer months with the longer days, and I can run early in the morning, 6 AM, I can run late at night. It just makes it easier to run around work and my schedule and stuff. So I do find that I get more motivated and inspired to run as the warmer, longer days come in. But yeah, at the moment I'm actually kind of, how many runs am I doing a week? Probably 2 runs a week, sometimes 3, which is a little bit spicy, but realistically it's mostly 2 a week, and typically they're roughly the same distance. They're roughly between 4 and 6 kilometers, sometimes 5, sometimes 4, sometimes 6, it just depends. And I'm tracking, at the moment, I don't really know why I'm doing this, but I'm usually tracking one run on my watch, and then the other run I'm not tracking. I'm just kind of running without thinking about anything. So when I run with my watch on, I will inevitably, when it does a little vibration when you hit a kilometre, I will inevitably look and see how I'm doing or how far I'm going, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I do find that it's really nice to have one run a week where I'm not tracking it and I don't have my watch on, and I'm just kind of running for the sake of running, and I have no idea how fast I've run or how far I've run or how long I've run for, how many minutes I've run. I just run for the pleasure of running, and that's been really, really enjoyable for me. So yeah, at the moment it's roughly 2 runs a week, which are typically 5-6 kilometers, and I'm not running super fast. My pace on the ones that I am tracking is pretty damn slow because I'm on muddy, steep trails, but I'm really enjoying it, guys. I'm really enjoying it. And I think it's normal to go through phases with exercise. So I feel like I'm somebody who just constantly goes through phases with how I train. I go through phases of really loving HIIT circuits. I go through phases of loving running. I go through phases of loving lifting weights. So I've just come out of a 5-month phase of really loving lifting heavy weights. I feel like that's what I went to this winter. I really loved lifting heavy. I really loved progressive overload. I really loved, I don't know, just getting under a barbell for the first time in a while. Like really enjoyed that. And I feel like now I'm coming into a phase of really enjoying running again. There's not really much HIIT going on in my life. I used to do a lot of HIIT on my own, just like put myself through HIIT circuits. Not feeling that at the moment, not in that phase. I'm more feeling 2 weight sessions a week and the rest of my workouts are walks and runs. So there's not really much HIIT going on. So yeah, I'm just in a phase of wanting to run more. And if you guys have watched my previous vlogs, you know that I do come from a family with a history of lung problems, and I think it's really important for me to be doing cardiovascular exercise which challenges my lungs. And I have to say that running is the one exercise which blooming kills my lungs. When I'm running, my legs will feel fine after 5 kilometers, my heart will feel fine after 5 kilometers, my cardiovascular fitness in my heart will feel good. It's my lungs that always let me down. My lungs are the things which make it really hard for me to run, and the things which I need to work on and I need to develop and strengthen. So I feel really motivated to run because I want it to help build my lung strength and fitness. One thing that I've realised is that if I do too much of anything, my body doesn't like it. So if I do too much running, so when I was in my peak running phase in 2020, my body did not like it when I did that much running. I started getting pains in my glutes, I started getting pains in my calves, my ankles, I started getting like pains in the base of my feet when my feet and my toes join. I was doing so much running at that point in my life and my body was pushing back and saying this is too much. But then sometimes when I'm doing too much weightlifting, if I'm lifting heavy 4 or 5 times a week, I will start getting pains in my muscles, feeling like I'm holding too much tension in my body. I'll get pains in my neck and I'll be, I don't know, I feel like my body doesn't like it when I lift too many weights. But then also, if I do too much HIIT, I had a phase when I did lots of HIIT and I actually found that was really hard on my knees and it was really hard on my ankles. So what I've learned over the course of the past few years is that too much of anything and my body doesn't like it. My body likes it when I just do a nice balanced approach to fitness where it's varied, it's diverse, and it's mixing up the stressors and the stimuli which my body is going through, because ultimately too much of anything, my body doesn't like it. My body likes to be varied with what I'm doing. So yeah, basically right now current training routine is 2 runs a week, which are not fast, they're not far, and I'm not even tracking one of them, but I'm really enjoying them, and that's the most important thing. And then roughly 2 weightlifting sessions a week, which will be an upper body and a lower body. And then if that's 4 workouts a week. If I do anything else, it might be a class, it might be a hike, might be something. I don't really know what else I do besides that. It just kind of varies every single week. But that is my training routine right now. And yeah, in terms of running, I'm just enjoying running for the process of running. So it goes to show that for so many years, literally 27 years, I told myself I'm not a runner. I told myself I wasn't built to run. I told myself that running's too hard. I find running too hard. I'm not somebody who runs. I don't like running. I hate running. And here I am, after I started in 2020, 2 years later, I'm still running. I'm still loving to run. And you know what? It's still hard. And it still is challenging for my body, and I still don't find it easy. When I'm actually in the process of running, I'm in Strugglesville. I'm in Strugglesville for a lot of it. I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? This is so hard. My lungs, my legs, everything hurts, everything burns. Oh my god, why am I putting myself through this? But then afterwards, the feeling is incredible. And also I do find that once you get through that first 2.5 kilometers and you get into a flow, it actually gets much easier. For me, the hardest part of a run was the first 2 kilometers. And once I'm through those and I'm into a rhythm, I can actually keep going much better. I just got to get through that initial hump, you know? So yeah, that's my current training routine. That's my current approach to running. That's my current situation. And I don't know if that was interesting, but I hope it was. And I think that's going to be it for today's video, because I can't really do a vlog this week because there's nothing exciting happening in my life. I literally am just sat on my arse working at home. That is my life at the moment, and I feel like it's not a very exciting thing to vlog. But when this video goes up, I'm going to be coming to the end of a week spent in Madeira with Ant on our first holiday together of 2022, which I'm so excited about. So hopefully the week after this you guys will see a vlog from our time in Madeira, and I'm so excited to share that with you because Ant and I, we just need a holiday together. It's just so good for you, you know, to get a change of scenery together, have some new experiences, and I'm just really excited for us to get away and make some memories. So definitely stay tuned for that. Quickly before I go, I need to show you our neighbour's cherry blossom tree. Can you see that? Just here? That is our neighbour's cherry blossom tree, and right now it is in full bloom and it is bringing me so much joy. Also, in the front of our house we have all of our tulips coming out. My dad and Ant and I, we planted a bunch of tulips. Was it early in January this year? I can't remember what month was it we planted the tulips. Was it December, January? I don't know. We planted the tulips in winter and they finally started coming up in the front of the house. And guys, nothing makes me happier than spring blooms. Tulips, cherry blossom, rhododendrons, magnolia trees, all of that good stuff. It literally makes me so happy. So yeah, actually, you know what? A few things do make me happier than that, like cuddling Bella and seeing Bella and Ant cuddling, because they just love each other so much. So I thought I could show you some of our tulips. We have our white ones, we have some little orange ones with purple centres, we have the dark purple ones, and these are my favourites, guys. These are my favourites. I absolutely adore the deep colour of these purple ones. We also have these light purple ones with white centres, and over here we're getting to my dad's favourite ones. These are the baby pink. How beautiful are those? So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing my quick smoothie recipe. I mean, it's literally frozen fruit and protein powder, but you know what? It ticks the boxes and it tastes absolutely banging. And also just taking a quick update on my training and my approach to running and fitness right now. Basically, my body just needs me to have a varied approach. Yeah, I think for me right now, just a little mix of weight training and running is working really well. Maybe an occasional HIIT class thrown in, you know. Alright, if you did enjoy this video, please hit thumbs up, please subscribe, please leave a comment, and I'll see you guys super soon. Have an amazing day. Lots of love.